So then guys, as we've just had the last Apple event showing us new iPhones and showing us new Apple Watches and AirPods, a lot of you guys are interested to know what's going on with the iPad Pro. Are we going to be getting an iPad Pro with an M5 chip inside of it anytime soon? Well, today I want to give you all the details about the iPad Pro with the M5, when we're getting it, and also what other enhancements we've heard about, what is happening to this device. And first of all, let's get started where we currently are with the current iPad Pro. So the iPad Pro got a massive update in around May 2024. We got an even slimmer profile iPad Pro, and in fact the 13-inch device is the thinnest Apple device that they make right now. It only comes in at 5.1 millimeters, and even the 11-inch device, well, that actually comes at 5.3 millimeters thin, and this is still really amazing. And Apple managed to offer us the same battery life as what they did with the M2 iPad Pro out there. So this is incredible what we got. Now obviously we also got that M4 chip inside of it, and this has been rolled out to multiple devices too, but something else that was amazing was the tandem OLED display. And I would say this is the best OLED display I have seen in a mobile device, in kind of laptops, iPads out there. It's absolutely incredible, and if you still haven't seen it, you've got to go and see one, because it is incredible what you get in a mobile device with that OLED display. We also got a bit of a design change as well, with just one camera now on the back of the iPad Pro, but overall it is a fantastic device. But a lot of you guys are wondering what's going to be happening into the future, because it has been almost around about 18 months since we've had an update to the iPad Pro. And especially now that iPadOS 26 is out with multitasking and all those great other abilities too, a lot of you really want a powerful device now. Well, it's looking likely that the next generation of the iPad Pro is going to get some great upgrades. And first of all, the first thing we've heard is we could be getting a slightly larger display inside of the iPad Pro. Not by a huge amount, but probably around about half an inch bigger potentially. Right now, do remember that we actually have a 13-inch display iPad Pro, and also the 11-inch one also has that too. But we've been told the bezels are going to get even thinner around the edge of the display, and this could increase up to say a 13.5-inch display and the 11.5-inch display. What would be pretty cool to see. And then also we've heard of another upgrade on the front of this iPad, and that is that with Face ID, we now have the Face ID on the horizontal side, but this could be upgraded, that we could actually get two front-facing cameras now. We could have one in portrait, and we could also have one in horizontal view too. So no matter which way you hold the iPhone, or hold the iPad more like, it wouldn't matter whatsoever. And this will help, for example, if you're doing like Zoom calls or things like this, different ways that you need to use those front-facing cameras, you'll be able to pick which one you'll actually want. So this is really awesome to actually have built into the iPad. Overall though, probably not much else is going to be changing apart from probably the chip inside of it. And that chip is probably going to be the M5. Now with the M5 chip, it's most likely going to be very similar to the M4, except for one or two little differences. Obviously it's going to be a lot faster, but say the CPU cores like we get right now with the iPad Pro, well, we actually get up to a 10-core CPU and up to a 10-core GPU. And that CPU, for example, that is made up of 6 efficiency cores and 4 performance cores, and most likely the M5 will have exactly the same, so 6 efficiency cores and 4 performance cores. But where things could change is with the GPU this time round. What we could actually be getting with that GPU is actually a 12-core GPU this time round. Remember, we haven't had an upgrade in cores on the standard M chip ever since the M2. The M2 gave us a 12-core GPU, and we haven't had an improvement ever since that time. So this could be the first time that Apple decide to do this. So we could actually get a 12-core GPU instead of a 10-core GPU. And also do remember that at the last Apple event that we just had with the new iPhones, with the A19 Pro, we also got more cache added to the efficiency cores with the A19 Pro, and then also we got those new AI neural cores added as well for the GPU too. And this could also be happening for this next generation of the M5, and this will be pretty awesome to see. I'd also expect that battery life is probably going to stay around about exactly the same as what we got with the previous generation, but we'll probably also get other updates too, including the N1 chip probably added into this iPad, and possibly we may even see the C1X chip also added. Now if these two do get added, maybe battery life might be extended out a little bit more. We'll just have to wait and see on that. Now the other thing I would also like to say is that probably the minimum amount of RAM you'll get on even the binned version of this iPad will still probably be 16 gigabytes this time, where it was 8 gigabytes with the M4. So this is great news to hear that we'd probably get that. And then potentially the storage amount, the minimum may also get increased to 512 gigabytes with it. At the end of the day, this is a Pro iPad, and other Pro devices out there, you know, their storage has been up. Say the MacBook Pro start at 512 gigabytes. It makes sense for the iPad Pro to also start 512 gigabytes of storage this time round. So this would be awesome to see. But what I would also be saying here, do not expect any other big updates on designs or things like this, because obviously the last generation of the iPad Pro just got this. So this design we've got right now is going to be sticking around for a while now. But just quickly guys, I want to tell you about the channel giveaway that we are doing, and it is for an iPad Pro, and I'm giving away one lucky subscriber on this channel this iPad Pro right here at the end of September time, so literally just a couple of weeks from now. And all you have to do to enter into this giveaway is just two simple things, and let me tell you about the details about that right after I tell you about the specs of this iPad Pro, because it has been specced up. It does actually have inside of it 1 terabyte of storage, so that means, as I like to say, you get the full fat M4 chip inside of it. So 10-core CPU, a 10-core GPU, 16 gigabytes of RAM too inside of it. And not only this, it's also the 13-inch design of this model. So this is great news to actually have, that you will have a 13-inch iPad Pro. Then on top of that as well, it is also the cellular version of this iPad Pro. So that means then alongside that, you'll be able to use it out and about. So this is great news to hear. Now, like I said, to enter into this giveaway, it is quite simple to do. All you have to do is just 2 steps. The first step is just put down into the comments below of what technology gear you're hoping to get in 2025. Maybe it's one of those new iPhones or an Apple Watch or an iPad maybe. Or it could be absolutely nothing to do with Apple. It could be, say, a Nintendo Switch 2 or something else completely different. Just let me know in the comments below right now. Now, the second part of this giveaway is going to be happening near the end of September time, where I'll be making you a video giving you more even details about the iPad Pro giveaway, including a form to fill in too, and you'll want to watch out for that video. So the best thing that you could do right now is make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell. Plus, you'll also want to be a subscriber, because obviously I'm giving this away to a subscriber. The last thing I just want to quickly say to you guys, that sadly there are still lots of scammers and spammers out there, people still impersonating me, turning to WhatsApp, Telegram, Instagram direct message. Please do ignore these people. Best you can see right here. Please do report them. But moving on from this then, what about the release date for the iPad Pro and also the price too? Well, we've heard leaks, including Mark Gurman telling us that the next generation of the iPad Pro is targeted to come out before the end of 2025. And more than likely, that time is going to be around the end of October or beginning of November time. In the last couple of years, this is when Apple have done an event, or what they've done is they've done a virtual event or even just a little briefing. And this is what we could be getting with the iPad Pro. So we could actually see that M5 chip introduced in a little sort of press release, maybe a 10-minute video. This is where we could actually see this. And then probably about a week or so later, you'll be able to get your hands on it. So like I said, probably the event end of October time, early November is when you'll be able to get your hands on this new iPad Pro. That is when it's looking likely to come. But the likes of saying the actual price for this iPad Pro, well, it's probably going to be staying exactly the same, what is great news. The last generations of these new iPhones that have just come out and the Apple Watches kind of give us the inspiration that Apple want to keep the prices the same because there was no increases there. And in fact, that last generation of the iPad Pro with the M4, that is where the prices did increase, especially with the 13-inch model. It went up by $100 more there. So I can't really see Apple going to be increasing the prices again because obviously, like I said, the last sort of event showed us that this is probably not going to be happening this time around. So that means then the 11-inch or 11.5-inch display of the iPad Pro will start at $999 US, but do remember that is probably going to be a bin down M5 chip inside of that. And then also the likes of the 13 or 13.5-inch model, that will start at $300 more, so that will be $1,299 US for that model. So that is some good news there that the price probably won't increase, but do remember that if you want that magic keyboard with the trackpad and things, and you know, the actual Magic Pencil Pro, or the Apple Pencil Pro I should call it, then obviously that is going to cost you some more to buy on top. So just be aware of that too. But really guys, that is the latest and greatest we have on the iPad Pro. Are you excited for it? Are you going to be getting one? Well, let me know in the comments below. And with that as well, guys, it's time to wrap up this video. So if you have enjoyed watching it, please do press the like button. And also always, if you want to hear the latest Apple news, reviews and comparisons, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. Until next time, guys, I'll see you really soon. Take care. Bye bye.